Hey, you guys, this is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you if you're in here. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll know when I go live. Now, today we have a lot of hot mess to discuss with Porsha Family Matters. And y'all, I'm just going to say this. This was a whole hot mess with Porsha. I don't know what got into her with these situations. It really showed to me that Portia really does need some anger management. Okay. Because this was just an entire whole hot mess tonight. And there was a lot of problems I had with the way she was interacting with Dennis. I had problems with the way she was interacting with Simon. And I had problems with the way she was acting with her cousin. So we just gonna get into this now because, like I said, Portia really messed up her brand tonight with everything that's been going on as far as how she's treating people. So let's just get on into this, and I'm just gonna give you guys my opinion. All right, first of all, overall, the show itself was okay. Um, I actually enjoyed watching her family more than her. I think Portia really needs to work on herself on the inside. She came off just very flaky, very rude, very condescending a lot. So, I mean, I don't have a picture of her aunt. I'm sorry, not her aunt, her cousin Lonnie. I believe her name was Lonnie or Lonnie. And when she met with her on the last episode, like her cousin was just like not taking her stuff. Period. I like the fact that she was just not taking Portia's stuff because Portia was really coming off, like nasty rude to her, and I really did not think it was called for. One thing I noticed with Portia's in the show is if you're not agreeing with Portia and what Portia is saying to you, if you're not kissing her behind, she just goes all the way off, all the way off immediately. And that is just not a good look to have. It diminished the show so much. It was just so cringeworthy. And I've been flipping through Twitter and everything like that. And I'm going to tell you guys, like, a lot of people was just not feeling, her demeanor. I also noticed that Portia was really trying to capitalize off of Dennis and Dennis being her baby father. And I'm going to say that I do believe that Dennis did everything he could to keep the high road as much as he could with her. Now, even during that physical altercation they had last week, when everybody just started swinging on each other during that dinner. If you guys look really closely, and I wish I could actually put the Bravo video on here, however, I don't want a channel strike. But if you go back and watch the dinner, especially, like, Portia was literally standing where Dennis needed to exit the dinner from. And she was just cussing and fussing the whole time. What she should have did was she just should have sat back in her chair. The security already had her cousin Storm, and just let Dennis and Gina is Dennis's mother, just let them leave. She just went that extra mile to get all that stuff going at that dinner, and honestly, it just really was not called for, in my opinion. I also did not like how turned up she tried to get during that last episode when her and Dennis sat down and they were eating or trying to eat, and she just got so riled up because she got mad that Dennis wanted to get a 50-50 joint custody of their daughter, Pilar. And I think that Dennis actually made a good move on that, because if Dennis goes to court and gets everything in writing, uh, Portia would have no justification to try to hang anything over you know, um, over Dennis's face. So I do applaud Dennis for, just stepping up and being like, okay, cool, we not getting along. We got this going on, we got that going on. Okay, we need to get these papers together, because we just need to co-parent and have everything, written down. I definitely respect Dennis for that. I also want to say it was a very good move that Bravo was really trying to highlight Dennis aspects trying to be a father. I think that a man trying to be a father to his children, especially when the situation gets very dicey, um, it kind of gets lost on people that there are men out there that are willing and able and want to be a father. So I do appreciate that there was a lot of attention paid to, Dennis trying to be involved, Dennis trying to be active, Dennis trying to be a father. So I thought that was really a good move on their part. So I do respect that part of the way that show was produced. And I definitely applaud Dennis for that. Now, hopefully, Dennis will find somebody that really does want to be with him. Like I said, Portia really showed her behind on this, and it was just really not looking good. I actually started looking at Portia in even more of a sour manner, because of the way she was acting on the show. Like her sister Lauren was literally doing everything. She was trying to keep the family organized in Mexico. She was trying to, dig in and assist when stuff was not going right. Portia was just not doing it, and that was another thing that really made me upset. It seemed like Portia wanted to be on the show, but Portia did not try to really engage herself to be the star of her own show. It felt like her family, if it makes any sense, her family were the ones that were really trying to keep everything together. Portia, on the other hand, it seems like it's, I mean, just my opinion, it just seems like Portia was just there for the drama. And it was just really sad seeing that, because I do feel that, um, Portia should have did better than that. Now, there are some other things going on with the show that I'm going to try to get into, because there's just like a lot of stuff going on. My thoughts on Simon: it seems like he's just here. He is a lot more quiet than Portia. However, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just do not like how Simon left his wife and went with Portia, and then like a year later they're on a reality show. Simon, even though he did come off very cool, calm, and collected, I honestly cannot imagine that he would actually stick around for long term constant drama from Portia. He just does not seem like the type of man that would want to really stick around for all these shenanigans that we saw on TV. Now, if Portia is different when the cameras are cut off, cool. Okay, I respect that. But Simon, I just really think, again, Portia seemed to got pregnant real fast with his baby. And I don't know how this couple is gonna be looking in another year or two. I'm just being honest. I'm wishing them best. I know they just moved in together. I am definitely wishing them the best. However, I don't know. They just did not look like a totally loving couple. It was just something was just very off with this. It seemed like Portia was spending so much extra time hunting down Dennis. I just found that to be kind of weird. And I'm also going to go ahead and mention this fact that I noticed. Portia got so turned up when she heard that Dennis was bringing a date to the Mexican trip. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say this because this is probably one of the most controversial aspects I had personally with the show. Portia was lucky enough to have her baby father, Dennis, agree to come on this trip with her and her fiance. Okay? It wasn't even that long ago that Dennis was with Portia. On that note alone, that shows you that Dennis was really willing and trying to be a father and be a part of the family and all that. To see her reaction to him bringing a woman with him was a head scratcher to me because you there with your man. Portia really, really let me down on this aspect. I say that because if you there with your fiance, you should not be mad that your baby father actually showed up. Okay? Actually showed up. And you can't sit up here and not expect that he don't have a woman. You was just not recently with him. What do you think he was just gonna come there and just follow after you, or maybe he was still liking you? And the whole thing to me was just very off-putting. Uh, she was there with her man, and I just feel like it was just very selfish for her to sit up there and say, he can't bring nobody down there with him, calling them names and cussing and just being immature. I just feel like Dennis was mature enough to be around you and your man. You need to display the same maturity that Dennis was giving you. Period. I don't understand why she was so turned up about this. I really found that, like, again, that was probably the worst part of this entire series. There was nothing for her to get mad about. He's putting up with you and your man, he's being respectful, but you literally flip out and have to fight him because he's with another woman. So, like I said, that was just very, very bizarre. And like I said, I think there's a lot more going on with how she still feels about Dennis than what is actually meeting the eye here. So, just to give you guys a little final thing about this, the show, it was what you expect out of a housewives. I think her family, the way she was treating her family, I thought was very poor and very rude, especially to her cousin Lonnie. I'm glad that her family was really reaching out to embrace Dennis. That was really a good thing. Um, Portia really showed her colors on this. I was just very disappointed with it. A lot of times, Portia was on here, and I feel like she carried on with no class. She carried on with very selfish behavior, and she really digressed. Now, I'm trying to give Portia a chance, even though, she ran off with somebody else's husband. But this show really showed a very, very bad side of Portia. Portia really, really needs some type of anger management because this was just not it. Her family was really trying to hold her together, and It was just a bad look for her. A really, really bad look for her. Um, but like I said, in the future, I'm gonna be very curious about her and Simon, and I am definitely curious about the outcome with Dennis and her having to go to court because the way she flipped out because he has to bring a judge into it, and I'm actually glad that he is bringing a judge into it just to make sure that things are clear. I'm going to make one more side note on this. I think at this point, Dennis just needs to maybe send an assistant to come get the baby when it's his time to have a baby. I think that Dennis really needs to limit his interactions with Porsha. I think Porsha was coming off very volatile. And I just think that Dennis just needs to protect himself because Porsha was definitely trying to aggressively come at a lot of people on this show. And I think that might be very foretelling for Simon to also look at her behavior because, like I said, he is the one that's going to have to deal with it. So, you guys, tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. My Cash App is at the bottom. If you can donate, that will be a blessing. If not, God bless you. I'm very happy that you guys came on here tonight. I totally appreciate it. And like I said, if you can donate, the Cash App tag is at the bottom. I want to hear your opinions about Porsha Family Matters. And until next time, you guys, enjoy your day and have a good night. Bye, guys.